My name is Lecturer Clergy, Bishop Kenya Michael Tome, speaking today this afternoon in Nairobi National Government, Embakasi East Constituency. And we are going to see the Word of God from the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 16. And our topic today is about tribulation during, Armageddon kind of a war, which resemblance this one now going on globally, which many people believe it is likened to World War III. This year now of our Lord 2024. So we are going to zero in with that kind of a topic about tribulation during this Armageddon kind of a war III, ongoing 2024 worldwide. So we want to read the book of Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible, chapter 16, verse 16. And it was written by John, one of the beloved disciples of Jesus Christ. So he knows what he was writing. And they wrote some years when Jesus left this planet. Okay? So he wrote also, he had several, desires why he wrote it. But he wrote it actually AD 90 to 96, about those years when Jesus Christ was actually left the world. Okay? So it was also the end of the reign of another Roman emperor called Domitian, when persecution also was began in the church. All right? So this man of God wrote to the Christians. All right? 7 churches in the Roman province of Asia, the present country called Turkey today, to warn them against falling away from their faith in God because of persecutions. So he also echoed actually the last days kind of wars, like the one now we are experiencing, which of course I'm going to explain in Revelation chapter 16, verse 16 in that case. That was just an introduction briefly. So in Revelation chapter 16, verse 16, it read like this. Then they gathered the kings together to the place that is in Hebrew is called Armageddon. What is written here, according to John prophecy, or which inspiration he got from God, he was actually explaining to the churches who are undergoing persecution about a time whereby leaders will be enticed to fight each other, particularly in verse 14 of Revelation, also chapter 16, verse 14, randomly. It read like this: they are spirit of demon performing miraculous signs, and they go on to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle on the great day of God Almighty. What we are seeing, without any prophetic kind of message, the whole world, if you are a wise man or woman, whether you are learned, a school person, or unschooled, illiterate person, everyone is sensing danger. The whole world. The countries have started fighting, as it is stipulated here, a kind of a war, which of course is called Armageddon. It has happened some years, long time a bit ago, when, if you read actually the book of, Daniel, chapter 11, verse 40 to 45, and Zechariah, verse 14, chapter 14, Zechariah chapter 14, verse 2, and the book of Daniel, chapter 11, verses 40 to 45, this war has begun progressively long time ago, so many years ago. All right? But it has been coming slowly, without us noticing about this war. It has started long time ago, according to the Bible. All right? So many years. According to the Bible, it has happened long time ago. All right? So many years ago, when, the country of Egypt and Libya and another one called Nubians was attacked by their neighbors called Ammon, territory nations. This world actually did not have leaders today. We had leaders long time ago, so many years ago. We had leaders, presidents, kings. All right? It is not today, 2024, which the world has started to have rulers. Long time ago. That time, it was before Jesus Christ, 530 before Jesus Christ birth, which of course we can translate it today to be 2,554 years ago from today, 2024. So this war has begun 530 years before Jesus Christ's birth. But if we add now 2024 years, it is 2,554 years ago. It is progressive, but now it is coming toward the end of the world. World War III is now toward that people have lost lives. 530 before Jesus Christ's birth. As it looks like now, many countries are fighting. The whole world. America are also involved in fighting. Russia, Ukraine, Africa, Sudan, South Sudan, call them. The whole world are fighting each other. Alright? Iran. Alright? So Israel and Palestinians, Ukraine and Russia, and also now, it is actually escalating. People now started forming alliances like that time. And big nation and developed nation with resources, alright, are also emerging these small ones, like what we are now seeing. And then there are emerging also super nations, like that time. Ammon nation that time was a super nation. So they conquered during that time of Daniel. If you read Daniel chapter 11 verse 40 to 45 and Zechariah, alright, you will see Zechariah chapter 14 verse 2 and Daniel chapter 11 verse 40 to 45. Ammon was like America today. So great nation in that case. So they are helping other nations to to fight because they have resources, they have weaponry, they have manpower, they have also resources, money, which is the source of all evils, the root of all evils in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. All right. So America now is actually in a center stage of becoming now a super nation, more than Russia, more than any other countries all over the world, more than Kenya and Africa and any other country. All right. So they are now, that time people have lost so many lives, and there's nowhere to run to. Even the United Nations Security Council are defeated. Other organizations also like Africa Union, organizations are defeated to bring peace in the world. East Africa, community, some organizations, they are defeated. ECOWAS, Western organizations, they are defeated. Call it or call them. There are so many organizations which are seeking for peace, but there's no peace because this war has begun 530 before Jesus Christ's birth, and now it is actually maturing to bring towards us to the end of the world, which of course many Christians believe that there will be actually the Christ dispensation period of returning back, all right, in the air to come and catch up believers and come up with those ones who also are in heaven, and those ones who are on earth also will unite with Jesus Christ, and he will rule the world for almost 1,000 years. And then later on now, he will be also judging those ones who are saved and unsaved, and throw them to the lake of fire and keep others to heaven, okay, together with God, handing over the kingdom to God. All right? In Revelation chapter 20, verse 11 to 15 verses. So what we are saying today, I just want you to warn the whole world. We have 54 countries in Africa. They are now trying to, to make some kind of alliances to unite. And America is trying to be, a kind of a country with a lot of strength. It's the great nation now in the whole world. So they're now supplying, other nations, ammunitions, weaponaries, and also manpower, all right, to unite and form alliances. A classic example now is this trouble Haiti country in a Caribbean kind of a nation, which of course now America has united quite a number of countries to come together to fight them, particularly 20 or about 20, rebel groups which are fighting the government over Haiti, and they have also toppled the prime minister, Honorable, Henry. But now America is keeping the man. Although he has resigned, but they are telling him, no, just hold on, wherever you are now, because you are in self-exile, because we have now formed a kind of a, they call it a transitional presidential kind of a, council, with some kind of interim leaders which have no power, all right? As they wait actually America to come and bring now a very big war in their country, in the country of Haiti, more than what we are experiencing. And so also Kenya is now there. Kenya have signed a kind of a agreement with them, all right, to unite with America, super nation, that kind of a peacekeeping mission, which is a flattery language, which are going to kill all those human beings. Haiti, okay, those groups which are under the superpower also of an ex-police rebel leader called Honorable Jimmy Babiku, who is now the leading, the interim actually prime minister of Haiti after being, his group seems to be a super group there. So now they are waiting this alliance which are going now, which has been formed now by America, to send actually many countries to go and bring a kind of a very terrible war in that country. One of them is Kenya president has been, I should say, has been given money. The root of Olivos in first Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, to release his soldiers, all right, particularly paramilitary general service unit, paramilitary force, all right, all the elite class normally we have in Kenya, they have now been sold to go and and fight their own police officers, paramilitary of that country also, which of course they are going to unite also with their army to fight them. So Kenya now is one of them. The president has agreed to sell them, to go there, to sell their blood. All right. President Ruto, who is heading now to America, all right, having, signed all the documents to release actually raise Kenya squad force, all right, and then the Kenya deployment force of paramilitary units, and the Kenya special operation force. The only one we have, we are relying normally in Kenya to protect us. Now they are told to forget this country, to go and fight also the same kind of a force, or even better maybe, because they are in their country and they know the logistics of their country in the warfares. So Kenya is one of them. The president is sending a kind of a very elite class, of soldiers we have, the best of the best. All right. Raise Kenya's squad force, a branch of a military wing of Kenya militaries, all right, paramilitary, which is equivalent to Kenya Defense Forces, obvious, and also Kenya Deployment Force, and also Kenya Special Operation Force. They are not simple boys, all right. They are sent there to go and bring a kind of a war. We can term it as a Armageddon. A lot of bloodshed will be there. Other countries also, a Burundi president has agreed to send the same capacity of soldiers. Another group is Chad president has agreed to send soldiers to Haiti. Another group is Nigeria country president has also agreed. Mauritius has also agreed. Other countries also, Jamaica president has also agreed. Paraguay president has also agreed. Chile president has also agreed. Grenada president has also agreed. So these are about 10 nations, I should say so. Kenya being one of them, Burundi, Chad, Nigeria, there are 5, Jamaica, Paraguay, Chile, Grenada, and America. There are 10 countries uniting to fight one country. So it is actually, these people are just fighting for their rights. We don't understand why these countries are uniting to fight one small country of Africa, that Caribbean kind of a country, which is actually major population is actually Africans. We don't know why 10 countries, together with a superpower like America, are uniting to go and, kill them. So it's only God who knows what will happen. Because God is also, is for those people who are weak. All right? They are also God creations. And they are just fighting for the rights. There is no transparency in that country of Haiti, for sure. The way we are seeing is the most of the poorest country. And we are wondering, where are our tax money going? Like Kenya today and other countries also who are ruled by dictatorial leaders. People are questioning, there's no transparent leadership here. All right? And we need it. A fair kind of a rule which can also protect the life, of human beings, sanctity of life, and provide them with, social welfare. Okay? Like health, like food, like education, like anything. Okay? Water, clean water, but it's not there in that country. So now we are wondering why America is actually, joining almost other 9 nations, Kenya, Burundi, Chad, Nigeria, Mauritius, Jamaica, Paraguay, Chile, Grenada, and America to go and fight that country. It is something you don't understand. I, being a prince of Kenya Republic and a politicians, I was also near to be on a ballot paper. I was allowed to be on a ballot paper to get another brigadier to deputize him as his vice president. Retired Kenya Army Brigadier, a very wise man, well-known man. Okay. He was also on ballot paper 2007 elections, and he was nearly to unseat President Kibaki. I was deputizing him last elections. We are cleared by, Andre Ruto, a very wonderful, leader, registered political parties. He has cleared us, actually, to be on ballot paper. Honorable also, Shopkati has cleared us. I'm praying for him. He's in hospital now. He has cleared us without any question. So we have been on ballot paper, but we just tell them to scrap off our names because the president has advised us not to be on ballot. Retired Kenya President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he told us actually at Bombers of Kenya, if Brigadier Guba and I, Bishop Kenya Michael Otema, will be on ballot, no one will garner 50 plus 1 votes. We could have spoiled the vote in Kenya. If we could have not won, the winner could have been a loser still. So we agreed because that man he knows the security matters. Because a Kenya retired, brigadier, he actually bleeded to me as his vice president. I told him, no, we have to be on ballot paper because we have played our role, and also God have accepted us. All right, and also we have paid our, all the dues needed, fees for registered political parties, a lot of millions of shillings, and also, we have done a lot of work. And also, Independent Electoral Boundary Commissioners of Kenya, chairman, has agreed as to be. He also believed to me, no, let's just agree, what the president have said, because surely this country could have been not there. So I agreed also myself after a long kind of discussion, a lengthy discussion with him. He's with me now here, even in Bakazi, as I speak now, in my house. All right? He has actually visited me, even now, as I speak now today. Brigadier, retired Kenya Army, Brigadier Gukubo, is a well-known man, very humble, very wise man. And so we agreed not to be on ballot paper at our own accord because of that advice. We are also promised job in Kenya by the president, retired Kenya President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, that we are going to be also, whoever will win will give us job. He will employ us. No job up to today. I was promised actually to be one of the, national cohesion and integration kind of commissioners. All right. They also told me the amount of money that I will be paid, close to about 700,000 per month, without even allowances. I'm waiting up to today, no money. I'm not employed yet. All right. National Cohesion Integration Commission. That's what they leaked that information to me. Reverend Kobia, who is in charge of National Cohesion Integration Commission, and also another reverend called Gilbert Onyango. Up to today, I'm not employed. All right? I'm just like a prophet Elijah. Whoever has even money has to help me, surely. Because my children are suffering. We are suffering here in Pakas village, and other people too. No money. We are just leading life to hand to mouth life. Like actually, prophet Elijah. In the Bible, first, Samuel chapter 17, and Kings also chapter 17, you will see all those kind of stories. All right? Or people are suffering, priests particularly. All right? So what do I want to say here? What do I want to say here? The country is now uniting to bring a kind of bloodshed all over the world. And the worst, now, one classic, which is near, Egypt now is also ready to strike Israel today. That's what they're saying. We don't know what is happening in the whole world. You know, they are also forming alliances. You know, when Israel are fighting also Palestine, other countries are interfering. They are forming also alliances fighting them. Iran, you know, all other countries. And also Egypt today. So, what do I want to say here? We are warned by God because this war has been progressing, coming towards the end, and there will be a lot of bloodshed. Alright? I said it has started a long time ago. The way I've explained it. 530 years before Jesus Christ's birth, which is about 25 years, 2,554 years ago. Okay? Which we can say before Christ, 530. It is now coming to the end. You can also read the same story in Matthew chapter 24, the whole of that chapter. You will get it clearly. If you think whatever is reported there, anger, you know, war, people hitting each other, nation fighting, there was a lot of earthquakes and all this kind of stuff, you know, there will be also climate change. It is there in Matthew also, reflected there in Matthew chapter 24. So what do I want to say here? America is becoming superpower, which is okay. God can also use them. But let them not misuse power to give different countries money to fight each other. Because eventually, they will be also affected. And they are also affected in one way or another. If they themselves also go, they have lost a lot of soldiers. Some in Ukraine fighting, some in other countries. Alright, all over the world. So, we don't also to weaken America. Alright. Okay. They are also fighting Russia. They are also fighting other countries. Because they have manpower. Alright? Superpower. In fact, today, the superpower now in the whole world is America. Okay? His Excellencies are Dr. Joe Biden country. Which of course I love him. And others too, also president. Because they are working, surely. They are celebrated as president. America has all the best of the best president in the whole world. Since that country started up to today. So, there's no weak president there. So, whoever comes will be a president anytime in America is someone which God has directed people to elect them. They are all best of the best president. I remember when George Bush, 2000, was giving out food. I was giving out food in Marsabit County, near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia. Alright? And also we are bordering, Wajir in the east side. The whole country will have been fed by America 2000, the whole of that year. I remember very well. During the reign of President Bush, W. Bush. Yes, I was actually the officer of distributing food of World Vision International. And also they gave me also food for national, Christian churches council to give out to people. I've actually poured my life to sacrifice my life to be in that kind of volatile area along the border of Kenya and Ethiopia. Because they say, although I'm a Samburu Maasai community, but I look like them, I resemble them. But they don't care. They are also killing people. They have attempted to kill me on several occasions. Although I look like them, like Ethiopians. Alright? Okay. I was taken there by security of Marsabit to go and give them food. Boranas, Oromos, and also the tribes. Sakuyas, Somalis, all tribes, Borges, along the border. Everybody refused. And America has been feeding us the whole of 2000, the whole country of Kenya, with maize and the oil, best food, milk for the kids, chocolates for the kids and everybody, So what I want to say here, we love America for surely, and we don't want them also to lose their soldiers. All right? I'm now finding out why even Marsabit County, African Land Church, have stoned American missionaries who have been helping us. I'm a priest myself. I was founded by British American missionary in 1975 in Marsabit. And they have started churches now which are closed almost. There's no churches now, African Land Church. They have stoned these Americans. And they have built us, houses there. Destroyed buildings, schools. where even long I was in a mission school. But now I don't know why when I left to go 2000 to go and teach in Narok Bible College, County, I don't know why African Land Church, okay? African Land Church, Kenya, bishops who have been actually in in that kind of a time up to today, like Reverend Bishop Lamadada, Daniel Lamadada. I don't know why this man is messing up. Although he's not a well-trained priest, because he was actually trained in a Pwani Bible Institute, a half day in Mombasa, which we can translate today in 1990, which we can translate today, this kind of a generation now of .com, to be a 2-year trainee. And he was also my classmate. We have completed class 7 together. The same. We did exam together. He did not manage to go to high school. We left him there in 1977. When we did a certificate of primary education, we are actually toward the last people to do that kind of education system in Kenya. We left him behind. So he wanted to be taken to be trained as a priest for 2 years, because they've been learning a half day for 4 years, which is 2 years. I don't know why AIC African Land Church is allowing people who have very less education to be Archbishop of AIC in Marsabit with no office, and given a lot of money, alluding even to allow terrorists to kill my choir members, which I left intact in Marsabit. 2000. Many of them have been killed, and they are all heaped in the church compound in a mass grave. Have we also launched this case in Marsabit? I don't see anything happening as I speak now. The case number is 48. January 13, this year 2024. I have reported the matter to OSPD Marsabit. Okay? Edwin Dragu, OSPD Marsabit County Government, Saku Consultancy. I told them, come and remove these kids, because now no one wants to go to church, worship, Sunday service and other functions. And he held accountable this priest called Lamadada. He refused to pay me money. About 5,050 shillings, and that's supposed to be increased by 60% in a year, yearly. Up to today, I have that's what you can check even my blog, Facebook, 24 years I'm not paid money. I'm just doing a volunteer work. Teaching even Narok Bible College, volunteer work. Doing even Nairobi here, teaching paramilitary general service unit for 12 years, volunteer work. Alright? And at the same emperor of IC, being an IC coordinator of education coordinator of Nairobi, here Nairobi National Government, AIC, Christian Education Coordinator. As they did not employ me. I was just a volunteer because I'm in the payroll of Marsabit. I'm not paid money up to today. I've reported this matter even to the president in my WhatsApp group, because it's my WhatsApp group of mine. I've reported even to to Professor Honorable Kindiki. His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto is having this information. I've reported also this matter, okay, of this Stone American. We don't know where they're about with their families. The man has taken all the property of these people, including vehicles and everything, the houses, everything. Why is the government of Kenya doing that? I want even President Biden, when our president go to America, to come and check, to send the soldiers, to send this American FBI to come and check what's happening with these Kenya missionaries, American missionaries. We don't know where they are. Even some of we priests, we don't know where they are. I have put all this information in there, online. Professor Kindiki, Honorable Professor Kindiki, International Security Minister, have it. I've sent him even the police actually occurrence book a kind of report. I was told, go and wait. From January up to now, 5 months. What's happening? I don't see anything happening, but I think government is doing something. So actually, what we want to say here, the devil is at work. Imagine, for 24 years, I'm not paid. A lot of money. If you, do that money now, you could do calculation. It's quite a lot of money. I'm not paid. And many other priests too. Not me, and I believe so. Because none of us is there. And I met even some of them here in Nairobi, headquarters. Reverend Daniel Mbiri, he echoed the same. He is now a missionary board. He echoed the same. He was not paid money for all that long even in Marsabit. And others also. Bishop Laramo. He was just told to go home. And that man now is looking after his camels at Mount Kulal as an office. The only bishop which has an office in Kenya. Reverend Bishop Daniel Lamadada. Ndubuga Lamadada. It is more valuable me to marry. I sacrifice my properties to make him to marry. The guy is now waging war on everybody. Okay? So we believe this man is alluding with Al-Shabaab. Not Al-Shabaab only, but other terror group. I'm sorry to say Al-Shabaab, because God forgive me, I have no evidence of Al-Shabaab. But the terror group, we don't know which. The government need to question him. Which group is he alluding? Because he's alluding to a certain group of terrorists to actually to whip us seriously. Some of the people are dead. 8 choir members of mine are in the same grave. 4 injured. And nothing is happening. He doesn't go to police and report this matter. 2005, that was actually, and this human being are buried. These youth are buried actually on 18 May 2005. We are now nobody is going to the church. The man is extremely very rich. We don't know why is he getting money. So he's actually selling the blood of people. He get to the Illuminati man. Illuminati kapsa. And I need the government to do this, like the way it's doing to Chakahola, Kilifi County, to go and exhume these children and get hold of these people and put them in, like the way they're doing in Chakahola, Kilifi. 95 fake priests are now facing death penalty to bar other people, not to kill others, as per Bible command in Deuteronomy 19 verse 13 or Exodus chapter 20.